All right, welcome to Eyes Open Media. Yeah. Anyways, hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. Um, this video is going to be about Russia. Not really, I guess you can say Putin, but we don't know how long Putin is going to be the leader of Russia. We know that he could be stepping down in the near future. Maybe the next year or two. He definitely could be no longer the president or whatever he is of Russia, and he could actually step down. So we don't know about him, but we know that Russia um, wants to be the big dog again. Okay, they miss being the big dog. You know what I mean? The Soviet Union days and stuff like that. They want to be the big dog again, uh, and that's normal because every man wants to be the head of the household, right? I mean, not every man, because we have programmed our men today to be girly boys and stuff, but the normal typical man wants to be the head of his household, right? And every country wants to be the best, right? They don't want to be people don't wake up saying I want to be a third world country or I want to be poor country. They want to be the best country in the world. So you got America sitting over there, and America's been the number one country for how long now? The most powerful country for how long? So, at some point, other countries get tired of that, and especially when you have a guy like Putin over here. He did congratulate Assad, which is the man right here, the Syrian president. He did congratulate him about Aleppo and a job well done on full liberation of Aleppo. Syrian troops do have now full control over Aleppo. Okay, so that should bring good news for Mosul as well, and especially on that Syrian-Iraqi border. But anyways, so what is Russia? This video is about what Russia is, planning on doing, and how America can actually counter it. Because there's always a counter to everything. God made this planet and created this thing so we could counter everything, right? So there's always a counter for everything that comes your way. So what Russia wants to do and what Russia is planning on doing and how they want to become the top dog. What they did was they did the BRICS, right? So they're with China. They said China has the best shot in being the most powerful country in the next 10 years. Let's line up with them. Let's be buddies with them. Let's do contract deals with them. And then let's create this BRICS. And that's what they did, right? So they created the BRICS, and those people are aligned with Russia and China, right? So now Russia knows that anywhere it goes, China goes. Russia knows that any war it's in, China's in. Not just China, but the BRICS are going to be in there because they have a lot to lose because they're in it with China and Russia, right? So they will have to defend the BRICS. So Russia has set themselves up in a great position going for the next 10 years, 20 years, whatever the case may be, to try to be the number one power in the world. Okay, because they line themselves up with the BRICS, they have the military to back it up, and now it's just for them to try to, economically get things done. They got to get things done economically. One of the ways they seek to do that is by taking over the northern countries of Europe. Okay, taking Europe, the northern area of Europe over, and owning those countries. Okay, and then also China coming in and taking the southern areas of Europe. Okay, and also China, basically, Russia taking the northern part of the equator, and China ruling the southern part of the equator, but allowing the Islamic people to still keep Sharia law and things of that nature intact for them. Okay, that is their outlook. I talked about this back in 2011. I made about 2011. I think was it 2011, 2013. I can't remember. It was either December 2011 or October 2013. I can't remember. I made a post and I gave the detailed outlook and plans of Russia and China, and most of that has come to pass already. Okay, but going forward, China wants to rule and control the southern countries, and Russia wants to rule the northern countries. Okay, so that's what we're seeing now as Russia is going into Europe and trying to run a lot of these Ukraine and all these other places in Europe, and then you're seeing China go into Africa and trying to control Africa and South America and things of that nature. Okay, they're going to be going in there telling them to take out the dollar and use the Chinese yuan, and they're giving them first what they do. How you take people over is you give them loans. Okay, you give them loans and you save their economy, and then you tell them to use your country, your currency, because you're saving them. You're saving their country. Okay, so that's what we're seeing from China a lot, not from Russia. Russia's doing it military wise. Okay, so what is their game plan? What's Russia's game plan for America? The Lord has told us not to believe Russia, for they want to beat us. Okay, not saying that Russia is like wants a new world order and all like that, because that's not what they want. But they want to be America. They want to be the top dog. China wants to be the top dog. At one point, it looked like Brazil wanted to be the top dog until the New World Order crumbled them. You know what I mean? So everybody wants to be the top dog. So Russia lining themselves up with China and the BRICS and everything like that helps them, okay? And also going in military-wise and taking over countries that are impoverished or that are going through economic problems in Europe is going to be really very easy for Russia to do military-wise, because a lot of these countries are not going to be able to defend themselves because they're going to be in such an economic crunch. And Russia's going to be able to take advantage of that, and so will China and the southern parts of Europe. So for America, what Russia and China have done is they started what they started to do was they started to send their troops to America. And so if you guys are in military, and if you guys have been around DC or around the West Coast, you might see a lot of Chinese and Russian looking military people. Okay, they might be, some of them are in the United States military. Okay, and some of them aren't. You know what I mean? The ones that are born in America are probably in the military. The ones that aren't born in America are probably doing some type of special foreign program where they can stay in America and work, with the United States government. And of course, they're probably getting all that intel and then sending it back to Russia. Okay, I remember one of my Australian elite connect guys tell me, or it was talk. I think he told me, but he was also talking about how he was overhearing Russians in DC speak, and they were talking about that how in a few years this whole area will be theirs. So that really drew eyeballs to what Russia is doing inside of America. They're putting people in. China's doing it on the West Coast, and this is one of the reasons why we told you guys that when they do attack, Russia will come in from the north and the east, and China will come in from the north and the west. Okay, so that's still intact. Okay, but how will they do it? How will they do it? They will do it through America going through severe what do you call it? Severe environmental disaster. Okay, they're going to wait for America to go through catastrophic environmental, atmospheric, weather damages, because that's really the only way that you can beat America, right? America has to go through like a bad hurricane or some type of asteroid impact or something like that, right? Like something like that out of the ordinary to crumble the American economy and to crumble America. Because if America stays the way it is right now, Russia and China will not have they cannot beat us right that way. Now they can beat us together, of course. Nobody can beat Russia and China, what I mean? But Russia by himself can't beat America. China by himself can't beat America. But Russia and China can beat America. You know what I mean? So, but they don't want that, because it would be bloodshed. It would be, matter of fact, Matter of fact, if you want to be real, because this is eyes open media, nobody can beat America. It doesn't matter if it's 30 people. You know why? Because we have nuclear weapons that nobody else in the world has. You know what I mean? Like, we have nuclear weapons that can blow up this whole entire world, really, or at least the whole eastern side of the world. And I think Russia and China know that. Okay, everybody knows that, right? Everybody knows that America has these nuclear weapons that could wipe out the whole eastern side of the world. Okay, so because of that, you can't just go into a military battle with America. You have to do it strategically, and Russia and China are going to wait for natural catastrophic disasters to hit America. Okay, and it could be done by the elites, it could be done by God, it could be done by whatever. You know what I mean? It could be an asteroid impact, it could be sending a nuke into the ocean and wiping out the East Coast, 200 miles into the East Coast. You've seen it in Hollywood movies already. They have that stuff planned out for the future. It could be asteroid impact. It could be a massive, 17-point earthquake or something like that we've never seen before. It could be a whole bunch of things. It could be famine on the land, and that's when they're going to strike. That's when they will invade. And so what can America do? Because there's always a counter to everything, right? What can America do to not have Russia and China invade us and have to deal with that invasion for several years? Because I think the Lord said it was going to take 3.5. Did he say 3.5 to 4 years to rid them out? I think he said between. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I think the Lord said between 2.5 to 4 years to rid them out once they invade. Okay, so and the South would be the winners, right? So the East would lose. On the eastern part of America will lose because most of the people in the eastern America don't own guns. One of the reasons why Obama says give up your gun, because he understands what's coming in the future. Also, the western side of America don't own guns. The only place in America that own guns is the South and the Midwest. That's how, and they will win, okay? They will be able to push the Russian China troops out and get the land back of America when the invasion happens. Okay, but here's the thing: that doesn't have to happen, right? I know there's submarines and Russian airplanes and all types of stuff right on our borders, and Obama doesn't do anything about it. People have told Obama this stuff, and he doesn't care. We've seen China troops and China planes come close to our borders, and no one's doing anything about it. We're getting threatened from all over the world. People and Obama and the government aren't doing nothing about it. They're making Americans look like punks around the world, surrendering to Iranian ships, and we never surrender. We die. We don't surrender. When I went overseas in a combat zone, I'm there to die, I'm not there to die. I'm there to survive and do my duties. But I'm not surrendering. I'm dying. I'm not surrendering. I'm going out. Guns blazing. That's what I signed up for. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't sign up to surrender and to be thrown in prison and be beaten and all that craziness. Nah, I'm there. I'm gonna be like Tupac, man. Come through blasting. You know what I'm saying? Oh, praise God. You know what I mean? Like, that's what my job is. That's what I signed up for. But America, this is what America could do. America could start being kind to the world. America can start being kind to the world. America can start being kind to the BRICS and not give up power, but be kind to them. Be kind to the world. Pull out of these countries that we're in and focus on America and build up our military, build up America, build up our infrastructures, build up all that stuff so that when anybody tries to invade, they can't. Okay, if America's concentrated on everybody, it's not concentrated on itself, and that's how people can invade. Okay, but they're not going to invade until catastrophic, weather conditions happen. But America can remove itself from other countries, focus on America, protect the walls of America, and that's how you avoid being invaded. Okay, so there's a counter to everything, and we just got to go back to the Lord as well, right? Put God number one, and we'll never be invaded, and we'll never be unstopped. We'll never be touched. Okay, so that's it for me. Eyes open.